truth emerges more readily from error than from confusion, meaning the emergence, acceptance, development, and practice of truth in our lives actually is related and connected, not with our mediocrity, confusion, and ignorance and regular action behavior all the time, but with making of errors and mistakes over and over and over again in our lives, and also with the correction, recognition, reform of those mistakes and errors, that we become truthful and that we're able to arrive at the realization, achievement, and identification of the truth, wisdom, authenticity, originality, and other virtues in our lives also happens because of our ability to move forward and change and make mistakes and errors on a repeated basis without getting tired, exhausted, fatigued. Because the more we move forward, the more we're going to change, and also the more mistakes and errors we're going to make, and certainly that is going to contribute more and more to our growth, progress, learning, development, evolution, personality, understanding, maturity, authenticity, fidelity, etc. Because without making mistakes, we don't learn anything new. And the person who never makes any mistakes never learns anything either. And that's why it becomes fundamentally important for all of us to embrace making mistakes and errors in life as a fundamental governing entity for growth, progress, learning, unconditional support, authenticity, virtue, understanding, etc. And in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. So obviously, truth emerges in ourselves more readily from our errors than from confusion. Because when we choose confusion over action, moving forward, learning, when we choose to dwell in and persist in confusion, arrogance, ignorance, mediocrity all the time, then we're not able to make mistakes, we're not able to move forward, and certainly we're not able to develop, possess, achieve truth either in our lives. And ultimately, we become fraudulent, exploited, and manipulated because of our error, because of our confusion, ignorance, arrogance all the time. We exercise vanity, pride, arrogance, as most modern people are in their basically achievements, money, riches, education, degrees, success, jobs in their lives. They become ignorant, arrogant, and more fraudulent than ever before. And that is the problem with the attitude of the modern society, that it rarely learns anything new. It remains the same, it stays the same in everything. It dwells in and persists in the same kind of mistakes, destructive behaviors, problematic attitudes, arrogance, and wickedness that it always has condemned in the others or in itself, but it never improves, it never changes, moves forward, embraces its mistakes, darkness either, but it criticizes the others, and that is a fundamental problem.